Good afternoon on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Welcome to the ATM. Well, we assist the mess. We assist the matter. Welcome to my den. Come on in, being polite and be courtesy and watch your tone. In this discussion, we're going to talk about Malik Dyer and what role did he play in Shanquella's demise, her ending of her life. Let me read this copyright disclaimer before we start. Come on in, family. Give me a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe to the channel. I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. I've been on YouTube for like 2 years. I fell back. Now I'm here to stay, guys, and support me on it, guys. And don't forget, comment, please. Let me know what do you think that we can go forward and help get justice for Shanquella, the boss. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for criticism, comment, news reporting, such as teaching, educating, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Okay, let's get started. Let's give a little brief description of Malik. Well, some people probably didn't heard of who Malik is. Okay, I know it's not new right now. This happened since 2022. But now that I'm giving my commentary, I'm going through the devil mates, all six of them, and I'm learning a little about them and what role I think is in everything that I'm speaking tonight in my broadcast tonight is alleged. It's my opinion, the public's opinion, and I do have the right to my opinion, no matter what. So the devil six, the capo six, you're welcome to come in, just sit down and be quiet. Do not speak in this chat. I appreciate it. Let's go. Let's give a little brief description of who Malik St Patrick Dyer is. He's a resident of Hartford, Connecticut. He went by Malik Jews on social media. He has one child. He is 1 year younger than Dejanay Monty Jackson of Jamestown, Gulfport County, North Carolina. On September the 3rd, 2021, he was charged with driving under the influence of drugs. Now we know he's a druggie. He loves to party and do drugs. A state highway traffic violation. He also was cited for that. A number plate violation and speeding in Worcester County, Massachusetts. On October 28, 2022, he alleged went to Cabo. We already know he went to Cabo San Lucas Bahia, California, Sur Mexico with Jackson, Robinson, and other travel mates. They all stayed at the Cabo Villa Rental Villa Linda 32. That's in Puerto Rico, Los Cabos, San Jose. Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me, y'all. Jose del Cabo Bahia, California. On October 29, Robinson was found dead in her room at the Founders Beach Club area in San Jose, California. Bahia, all this, y'all know I repeated it. After her death, Malik Jackson and the other travel mates allegedly immediately went back to the U.S. earlier than planned. He was 25 years old when Shanquella was unalive. We're going to talk a little bit. And then, okay, it had something else up in here. It said on November the 23rd, a video we all know that was surfaced on the internet with this beast, Dejanay, attacking Shanquella Robinson. Malik was allegedly in the room recording instead of intervening. What we're going to talk about today, we're trying to find out and put the pieces together on these Cabo 6 demons. I spoke about Nazir But I'm not through with Nazir. We're all not through with Nazir. We're gonna break him down. We need to pick Nazir Wiggins apart. We need to dissect Nazir Wiggins. Why did Nazir come out? That's what I'm continuing to find out. Why did he come out? But we're talking about Malik. We know Malik is a party planner. He plans party. He has a brother and another sibling, two other siblings, a brother and a sister, and his mom, his dad. They from Jamaica. We already know that. We just touch a base on, just move forward. Okay. Now we know what's going on. Where did he fit in with this situation with Shanquella? I wonder how did he know Shanquella? Because they don't say anything like they say with the rest of the Kabul college here, Winston-Salem State University. He doesn't have anything in his portfolio saying that he went to where did he graduate or whatever. Maybe everything was in Jamaica. Why did Malik play a part in Shaquella? We can assume that Malik was infatuated with Shanquella. Just looking at Shanquella, she's a very soft-spoken young lady. She got the persona of beautiful young lady with a beautiful soul. That what makes her beautiful. Some people might say, "Oh, she's not as pretty up as the other young girls," but they ways make them ugly. Shanquella had a heart of gold, and the so-called friend, I think I'm thinking in my opinion that he introduced all these people to Shanquella, but not really Nazir and Dejanay because they all went to the same college. But where do Malik fit in? Because Khalil is the best friend. We know where he fits in. Why did Malik want to see this young lady be humiliated in the front of the public? He was the one that's filming Shanquella that went viral, that was sent to a friend, and a friend sent it to the NCB allegedly. Okay, we don't know for sure how this really went down because it's so much of a coincidence. It's so much corruption going on. It's a coincidence that Gerald pops up. Gerald gets the video. Gerald gets the interviews. Gerald interviews the Geraldo Zuninga. He interviews the mom. I mean, I don't know about the mom too much. I know the sister and the dad. He interviewed these people. So it's all a connection. So where did it come from? What I want to know is why didn't he interview Dejanay? Why didn't he get an interview from Malik, Khalil, Winter, or even Elise? Why is he harp on tearing Nazir down because Nazir backed out of the interview? Why was it like that? Was this planned that all this was going to happen and who was going to give an interview and who was not going to speak, who was strong enough to speak? Nazir is the weakest link. He's not that strong to speak, but that's what they assume, that he's an educated fool that's going to get up there and make them look like a ass. But Malik, I believe, was angry at one point of Shanquella, and he went on this vacation just because he wanted to see everything that happened to Shanquella, because he wasn't a man enough to at least intervene after it got to a point where she was brutally beaten to the ground like she was and thrown and flipped. That should have been enough. Shanquella should have came home on the 30th of October when they all came home. But no, instead, they lied to the parents and said she died, she passed away behind alcohol poison. After the video was surfaced, then that's when they knew the truth. Even though the friend called the parents and said what they needed to say, nobody else reached out to Shanquella. Then we got this freak, because that's what Malik Dyer looks like. He looks totally, if you look through his eyes, he looks demonic. He looks like this type of pervert, in my opinion, that will actually take a person. And when we look at the videos, a lot of the videos, I'm not going to prop him up like that because you guys have already saw it. We look at some of the videos of Malik, you see his brother. His brother even looked like them type of people that were SA and don't give a damn. How could anybody bring so much pain to an individual that's a young lady? But you have a sister and you have a mom. I'm pretty sure you have a grandmother as well. But true to it, it didn't matter. The soul is demonic. It's covered and filled. It has no ground or no, it's like it's hollow. They do not hear the consciousness that's going on, because if they would have focused, common sense would have told these nasty low down piece of shit of kids to stop where it was. And when I said in my other video, it seemed like in college, it's like a hazing went wrong. It's like almost like an initiation that they had to put out, but because some people had died behind these different hazing that going on in college. But these people are not college goddamn students anymore. You're out of college. You're out here living as a righteous citizen, but you committing devious crimes that is, you are a threat to society. And why are these people still out here, and why did they not charge these people and say it was not enough evidence? Come on, family, let me know what's going on. What do you think about Malik Dyer and what part that he played, and why did he want to see Shanquella be unalive? And why wouldn't he intervene and stop this shenanigan that was going on? And they knew all along. They had to. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. They had to plan this at least a year ahead of time. And I'm going to say this here situation remind me of the story I heard other people say, and I had to go and study that movie, Body, Body, Body. These are some 20 and something kids, just like them, that went on this so-called vacation, this demon foul, filthy vacation that they had a plan to unalive and end this young lady's life. A young woman that was 25 years old and had a future ahead of her was taken away by some demon and low-lifers that don't deserve to have mercy when mercy is at your door. I pray mercy passed them by, because they did not have it for Shanquella. And they had to plan this at least in 2021, in my opinion. All this, like I said again, is alleged. Okay, this is a protection under the copyright. This is for education and um different, okay, it's education and purpose only, because the education on different little aspect of what might take place and what has been happening, and why do they think the way they think, because demonic and Satan thought about things. Even he thought he was smarter than Jesus when he tried to meet him at the mountaintop. He had a God allowed him entrance to come there. So you do have an open gate to stop or not let Satan enter into your heart. Y'all, each one of you demons, Cabo 6 demons, you allow Satan to enter in to your hearts and your family members. Shame on you, family members, you the mothers and the fathers that are in their lives. Shame on them Christians. I hate them type of Christian that live in unction under the umbrella of God, and then your motives and your actions are different than what the word is saying. Because if your heart was in the right place, you would have spoke up. You're not embarrassed for what your child have done, because everybody has spoken to their child before they left St. Luke, Cabo, whatever. I'm shortening y'all because you know what I'm saying. Because they want you to say all the long words. I ain't got time to say all the long words. Y'all know it's Mexico. That's what the hell I mean. Mexico. I don't have time for it. Well, anyway, they all had a party and they knew their child did the devious thing and they come back home. And how could you sit in the dens? Because I don't believe it's the word of God. I don't know, because sometimes the spirit just could skip people. It bounced off because they was filled with Satan. And now what I'm trying to understand is, for all of them to compile and to have this notion or a plan to come out there, and they want everybody, people want to say, well, maybe they did not mean to unalive her. They was just playing a game. Well, you know what? They were playing the game of body, body, body. When they went out, it was during a hurricane. They all had a party during a hurricane at this mansion of one of their rich friends, right? They had some young girls, some young boys. It was like 20 and something, whatever. They were between the same age as these Cabo demons. They had this party and they played the same type of deadly game that they played. They played a game. You saw it in the video. They were playing a game, pulling cards. It was a deadly game, and it ended up in someone tripped or fell or was pushed off the stairways. So did they push Shanquella? Because looking at the attack video, her neck was not severed away from her body, just from looking at that. In my opinion, I don't care what nobody said, but just looking at it, I knew she was swung around her back. I mean, her neck could have my excuse. My bad, y'all. Sorry. But it could be her neck, but her back that was supposed to be out of her spine, it had to be a fall. I believe it had to be a fall, the same way that movie is. And they all went home. They made up an alibi before they got home, the same way these Cabos demon did. And they had to live out this fantasy. And the way they did it in that movie, the alibi, they had to keep people guessing and wondering what happened to, I forgot the young lady that played the part that died in the scene. But I'm gonna just say it like this. I'm just gonna put it with the Shanquella. We own the urge of trying to find out. We're running out of engine. Are we running out of things to think of, to say, because it's so twisted, it's so corrupt. The government, the DOJ, all this, in my opinion, I believe, have the hands in the cookie jar. Nazir said it's bigger than what it is. We coming back to you, Nazir. We gonna break you down. We gonna dissect you, boy. Don't get comfortable. Malik, you had a part in this too, son. You choose not to say anything. So when it come down and the people know their opinion out here, the public opinion come down and rain down on you, Malik St. Patrick Dyer, we will say guilty of association. We don't know what part you played in it, but we figured that, I believe in my heart that you played a big part in Shanquella spinal cord not being together on her body. Because it take a full force with men. And it wasn't one man. And I believe the men had a part in doing Shanquella wrong. And these three stinking bitches sat there and they enjoyed it. They took pleasure in it. I'm asking my subscribers, the onlookers, to seek into it and find out what's going on with their business and continue on to boycott even their family members, guys. Let's find out each one of them, family member, what they're doing. We already know what Elise mom is, a pastor and whatever else. We know Winter mom owns the what it is, that medical facility, and we need to raise hell to pull some money and resources out of their businesses so they can feel the energy that they pull out of Shanquella. Because thinking about that and knowing what this young lady went through, this young lady suffered in that villa. She could not call nobody. She only can do what she could have done at that time is to film the people that was in the villa. All the people that was in the villa had their hands in the cookie jar of corruption. From the maid to the so-called doctor to the chef and the so-called driver. Who is the driver that Nazir in the car with? Who is this chef? We could not see his face. I want to know why Shanquella walked through there and could not show his face. Something happened that she could not show his face because she showed everybody that was in that villa. And some kind of way, that person that was supposed to be Dejanay did not want to be seen. She blocked her face. So we know it's a cover up from the top to the bottom. One way or the other, we're going to find out. But we know, Malik, watch your back. Thank you guys for tuning in to the ATM. Well, we assist the mess and we will attack the matter. Thank you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's not going to hurt to give me a like either. And don't forget to comment. This is my perspective on one of another Cabo demon. Tune in for the next episode. Thank you and have a great night.